before the decline of Merv, after the attack of the Mongols in 1221. The empire, the dynasty that was in control of Merv, were the Seljuk people. They're kind of the predecessors of the Ottoman Empire. The final leader of the Seljuk Empire was Sultan Sanjar. Sultan Sanjar is now resting, now buried here in his own mausoleum. I feel like a lot more people would be interested in history if they could walk amongst it like this, touch it. You can't help but think about the people that built this, you know. Probably some child slaves, but that's what was normal back then. Chimney. After 2 hours drive through the desert, we arrived at Gonur Tepe, which is dated back to about 3000 BC. Tens of thousands of people lived here. And in fact, if you remember in the other video, just outside of Ashgabat, we saw the tribe of Unal people, which was dated back to 5000 BC. And what the historians reckon is that from 5000 to 3000 BC, with the weather changing, climate changing, rivers move location and things like that, which forces people to migrate to different regions. And I think that's what happened here, is that the same people who lived in the Unal region eventually moved across to here, 400 kilometers east of Ashgabat, and made themselves Gonur Tepe. Everywhere's just pottery sticking out. Look at this. It's a big piece of a pot. It's crazy. It's the whole dinner set. Just ancient pottery broken on the ground. This one, it's like part of a flour grinding disc or something. Oh, that's a cool piece of pottery. Look at the lines, decorated. There's a shrine here somewhere, but the workers not here to unlock it for us. Apparently there's some sort of sultan who lived here, and when he died he got buried with his wife, plus camels, gold, everything. Look at this. They even discovered 3,000-year-old ceramic canals for water. Can you imagine? I think we don't give enough credit to the people who lived thousands of years ago. We think we're the smartest, but we're just continuing what they started. It's crazy. I mean, this belongs in a museum. This is lying on the ground in the middle of the Karakum desert for you to come and see yourself. Honestly, if you showed me that piece of pottery, I wouldn't believe you that you said it was that old. It looks too perfect, but it's just everywhere, sticking out of the ground here. I mean, fuck. Just hundreds of pieces. Can you imagine though, people living here 3,000 years ago. We're here 3,000 BC. So we're seeing it 5,000 years after it was made. What did they find? Imagine they turned up and they went, oh shit, look. People 3,000 years before them, 6,000 BC. All these footprints from camels. They call this wood ujar, and they use it for cooking shashlik. Same as in Kazakhstan, that they call sakhsal. They collect it here in the desert when it's super dry in winter. So all across here is the wall from the krepost, the fortress. So all the soldiers would have been lined up in these little cavities here, looking out, guarding the entrance to the town, ready to fight whoever came to invade. Now it slowly turns back into the desert. Maybe some soldier kept his lunch in this big pot. Who knows? Big lunch, but now you say this stuff's been around since 3000 BC. But when you put it in another perspective, this piece of pottery, just pick it up off the ground. That piece of pottery, 1200 to 2,500 years older than Jesus. You think Christianity's old? In the grand scheme of things, Jesus and Christianity is nothing. So get over yourself.